All right, it was a high level game, and back and forth there to the very end. We had a possession there to take the lead, under 4, and then they made their free throws at the end to separate it. But I thought a great atmosphere. Our defense wasn't good enough to stop their offense tonight. It's kind of the sum of the thing, and our defense has been pretty good. I knew it would be a challenge. They're a terrific offensive team. Our defense didn't hold up, and we got to regroup. It's a high-level game. We were on the wrong side of it, and everything's in front of us.
You talk about regrouping, and Georgia State struggled here down the stretch. They're coming in after one like this. Is it tough to regroup? I mean, do you think it'll be tough to get them, up for a game in 2 days?
Yeah, I mean, it's a quick turnaround. That's going to be, we're going to push them as a staff, and that's going to be the guys going to have to respond. And there's 4 guys. It'll be their last college game at home. And so, hopefully, that motivates them. The opponent, we got a lot of respect for them. And I think they got terrific talent. So if we don't play well, we're going to lose. And we got to play, much better on defensive end than we did tonight. And hopefully get some momentum.
Did Mezzi get in the 2 fouls early? How much did that change what you were planning to do defensively?
Yeah, I mean, Mezzi was the guy in charge of guarding Kinsley. And, he was off the court, and we couldn't get him on there. And it was just kind of like 2 freak fouls, how they happened in the first half. One time he was jumping up, and there was a lob play, and I don't know, it's probably a 50-50 call. And then the other one was off a rebound that they missed. The big kid for them missed a rebound, and he's down there battling and gets caught up. But we wanted Mezzi on him, and that threw us off. But the other guys got going early. I mean Taylor, I thought, really kind of put us on our heels early. Kerfman got loose and made a 3. And our defense never got settled. We were a step behind them the entire first half. Second half, we regrouped a little bit, but it still wasn't enough.
Terrence was 26 from the bench. Can you just talk about him? And it kind of felt like him and Kinsey kind of like went at it in terms of scoring back and forth. Can you just talk about him kind of stepping up in the momentum of a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, he had a good offensive game. I mean, he was attacking, and they were switching a lot of things, so he had a lot of mismatches that he was driving the mismatch. And we've seen him score like this before. And the thing is, I love for him to score like this in a winning effort, and that's when those points really mean something. But he was extremely aggressive tonight. He was attacking, finishing around the rim, and his offense was definitely helpful, and our offense was fine. We missed some shots around the rim the second half that were regrettable, but for the most part, our offense was fine. Our defense wasn't.
And what do you kind of hope this loss, the lessons that you kind of take for? What are kind of the things you want to draw from this game to kind of carry the team forward?
Yeah, if we play defense like that, we're going to keep losing, and we don't have many more opportunities. And so, that's the main thing I want them to take away. Our guys respected them. I think they're ready to play, but I thought they were the aggressors early, and we didn't come out and throw the first punch. They got us, and then we settled in a back and forth game, but we let them guys get in a great rhythm, and it was tough to stop them after that.
So you kind of alluded to it, how you guys couldn't get that momentum. It seemed like you guys were always down like 1 or 2 possessions throughout the game. If you see them again, or you see, any other teams, the rest of the way, how do you think you guys can be able to get over that hump if you're down 1 or 2 possessions?
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of games, a lot of experiences doing that this year. And, we battled back and took the lead. I think at one time, second half, we were down 7 and came back and took the lead from that. So, I mean, when you're playing a good team, sometimes they're going to make good plays. And we got to do our part to try to limit them and take away stuff. But, I mean, it seems like, we got real close and then we'd foul on the other end or we had a couple slippages on defense. So we've already learned that. And we've been that. And hopefully this goes more so to motivation and then kind of like picking out different things in there.
So you kind of alluded to the, missed shots in the second half. I want to say you started 6 for 13. You might have started a little better from 3. And you ended 11 of 27. It looked like you guys were getting a lot of good looks from 3 in the second half. But what do you think you guys can do to
from 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, we shot the ball well from 3. I mean, we had to try to shoot a couple there towards the end when we got down. You know, on offense, I'll go back and look at it. I thought Obena, number 25, changed some things around the rim. But then sometimes he wasn't there, and then we missed some around the rim. So our threes were fine. You know, I thought we were passing the ball well, and a couple guys missed some open ones. We're going to keep shooting them. But this wasn't a game, if I'm looking back, saying, you know, offense is the reason we lost. It was the other end.
Was the general tempo of the game what you anticipated, and were you okay with the general tempo of this ball game?
Yeah, I mean, the first half, I think you look at both teams, and it was 19 fast break points for both teams. And, you know, that's a lot. That's a lot for us, and that's a lot for them. But we weren't going to back down, and obviously they weren't either. But a lot of our fast break points for them that we gave up was, you know, not getting back on defense or miscommunication or doing some things where it wasn't them making a great play. It was us not doing our job, and then they made a great play. So that we got to fix.
So, you know, Coach mentioned that, you know, Mezzi getting a couple fouls early, kind of the defensive game plan went out the window a little bit right at the beginning. I know, Terrence, you stepped up, guarded Kinsley for a while, and he didn't really score while you were on him. But how much did that kind of disrupt everything you guys wanted to do defensively from the start?
You talking about with Mezzi getting the fouls, or?
Yeah, and like.
Oh yeah, because Mezzi one of the best defenders in the Sun Belt, so of course with him going out with 2 fouls early, kind of hurt us. But we kind of went away from the defensive game plan a little bit, and you can't do that against a good offensive team like that. So yeah.
I guess both of you guys had a pretty good game offensively. Can you just talk about kind of stepping up in this game where kind of the defense isn't going and you kind of know that you have to score more points? Can you just talk about how kind of your mindset is in those situations?
I think we just me and Fat always in attack mode. I feel like we don't really worry about the offensive side really because we know we can do that. But we definitely had it in the back of our mind, like we have to step up and put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, with a team like that, we knew like it was going to be hard to get stops, no matter what type of defense we played, because they just good offensive players. So we knew we had to score the ball, because last time we played at Marshall, I felt like it was the same way. But we dug down and got stops, but we actually scored points with it. So that's why we was able to come out with the dub last time there. But this time we just didn't get those stops at the end of the game, so it kind of hurt us.
Yeah, having one more game left in the regular season, quick turnaround, just how important is it to kind of regroup from this one quickly? Like, what do you guys do tonight and tomorrow morning? Kind of move on?
Yeah, once the buzzer went off, that game's behind us. Just on to the next game. The next game is the most important game for us. Obviously, it's going to be senior night, so we're looking forward to that one.
I know you guys are obviously focused on Friday and Georgia State, but the score is obviously closer than what it ended at 92-83. So if you do end up seeing this team again, or anybody else you end up playing in the tournament, how are you going to build on a high octane game like this as you guys play anybody in the postseason?
I mean, it's hard to beat a team twice. But somebody's going to have to lose that game if we meet up. And I just don't think it's going to be us.
Yeah, we're just taking one game at a time. If we see them first game, then we see them. Whoever we see, we're going to be ready. I feel like we're going to be ready. I mean, top last season. I mean, a couple other important guys to the team as they last couple games. So how they bring it, we're going to bring it. So, yeah.